Welcome back to From Nine to Mom.
Where we discuss balancing the 9 to 5 hustle with the beautiful chaos that we call motherhood. And Katie, you
And
just celebrated 7 years of marriage.
can you believe it? Lucky seven, as Ryan keeps saying. But then I keep being like, wait, isn't it like the
The
7 year
7 year
itch?
itch. We celebrated 13, in the end of June. And that's another lucky number. So maybe we're both like in lucky number
It's our
times.
lucky love season,
I
maybe.
think that the boys are lucky that we haven't, been on an episode of Snapped yet. That's how I feel.
Right.
No,
Oh
I'm
my
just
god,
kidding.
that show. Well, we everyone keeps asking, they're like, what'd you do for your anniversary? Like, maybe we're like not in that season to like go do an elaborate dinner. To us, I was just like, I don't really feel like getting a babysitter and like doing the whole thing. So we just had dinner here, and our like one tradition is our like favorite thing, and you know this about us, we love the Cheesecake Factory.
I know you do.
And so like it's supposed to be our like tradition of like birthdays and anniversary, you get a cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. But so everyone that doesn't know, it's across town, like 20 minutes away from us. So, and
It's a
it's not
big
on
trek for
DoorDash.
Katie and Ryan.
Well, like midweek when you're working and like doing
Yes.
everything. And so we didn't make it over there, but Ryan did come home with a Wegmans cheesecake. So we had our little cheesecake tradition. But really quick too to share, and he was mad at me. So like typically me and Ryan are no gifts. Like we don't do gifts. We don't do cards like
Okay.
typically. We used to write each other love notes and be so in love, but like now it's like, the kids make the birthday cards or whatever, and we know we
Totally
love each other. We
understand.
don't need
Yes.
to do that. And then all the time we're always like save our money for whatever we need throughout. Like we buy our own gifts throughout the year of whatever we need. And Ryan had left on Monday the house and went to, I looked at his location on my phone and I saw he was at Wegmans. I go, they're totally getting me something. So don't I like run out after, because I'm not like, I hate when someone says they're not going to do gifts or whatever, and then they do them and you're like,
Yes, because you've already agreed we're not doing this, but now here we are.
right. So I'm like, okay, I need to go and at least get a card. Like I have to. And they didn't, he was so mad because I went and got him just a card and his favorite candy. And then I came home and the lottery tickets because that's his like favorite. So it was like, I spent like $10, like just got a couple things. And he's like, we didn't get you anything. I went and got the cheesecake. He's like, you're not supposed to. So he was so mad because we
It's because
don't
you guys
typically do
share
it.
locations, you psychos.
But what if he were to have come home and had something, and then I could have had something too, you know?
Yeah, I get where you're
And
going with
on the
it.
outs of this for sure, we're doing a poll of who shares their location because everybody shares locations that
I'm
I
not
know.
gonna lie to you, everybody does. I'm learning now. So I was in when I flew home, it was midnight and I was traveling. My girlfriend had asked me before, a bunch of them live in Manhattan, and she's like, why can't I see your location anymore? And it was because the last time she asked me to share it, I shared it temporarily
For the day.
for the day.
Yeah.
And she's like, why can't I see where you are? I want to know where you are on your flight. It was like listening to you and Michelle talk to each other. I was like, Feinstein, I'll share my info with you. Thank God I did, because when I landed, I was late. Then I'm driving, and the one way that my GPS was showing me how to go to get to this lake house, it was all blocked off. There was a big accident or something that happened, and they had to talk me through using my location how to get to the house. And I almost text you in that moment, but it was like 1 a.m. just to be like, I get it. I'm on board. I understand. And then
So
I
you share
find,
your location with me. We'll share
yeah,
locations after this call.
yeah, we'll share locations after this call.
I just got my future sister-in-laws last night. We're on that level now.
That is so cool. I like,
Ryan's like, you're such a control freak. Like, you need to know where everyone is. It's not like I sit at home and like look all the time, but like every now and then it's nice to know where my people are.
you guys are, let me tell you, don't let her lie to you. Her and her sister will check locations. And then if one of them is not where they think they should be, okay, whatever. So I'm going to get a text from Katie being like, I thought you said you were going to Starbucks.
Well, now I'm going to do that. But I thought you were.
Oh, the things that we do. But yeah,
It's,
I get why you did it. You want to get gifts. There's so many people that have different reasons for sharing their location, but you and Ryan stalking each other and then you getting gifts because you thought he was getting you a gift is pretty epic.
right? Like so we, it was a good little anniversary, but we got talking, and like every now and then Ryan always do these like like the question cards, which from somebody that hates games is very unlike me, but I like to think I know everything about Ryan. But
Hmm.
like we used to do the like game of like, okay, if we went to this restaurant, like what's my order? Like, do you know Jordan's McDonald's order?
Yes. Well, it used
He
to
knows.
be a double cheeseburger, but now it's a triple cheeseburger with hot mustard on the side. Like, yeah, those games, I
It's okay.
love
So
those
you know
games.
all, okay, so like it's like the newlywed kind of game, right?
But I
Like you're
married a
playing those.
you, and he doesn't want to do it, but he'll do it with me anyways. And we all, guess what? We've won every newlywed game we've ever played.
You need to be on par. Like it's always like the funniest thing when Ryan will order me something like, and I'm like, you thought that was my order? How many times have we played these games? Like you wouldn't know what to order me at whatever. But so we started play. We like looked up a couple things, and like obviously like one of the things you always reminisce about on your anniversary is your wedding. And so we got married in 2018. We were looking back at like the trends of like all the stuff,
Hmm.
and Ryan. So we started talking about like what would you do different? What would you have done differently if you knew what you knew now? Or like this day and age of the new traditions that are like in place. So that's what I think we should go through for our weddings because we both got married different times, but like I feel like there were still some similar traditions.
Yes, we got married. I got married in 2012. And I feel like up until, honestly, you got married right before it. Like 2019, 2020 became like where you were, honestly, COVID weddings changed
Yeah,
the game for
yeah,
everybody. So we lived in the era where, and we were at the ages because we're at different ages. I think that plays a role too,
yeah,
because I know people who are getting married older and they don't care. We were still in the era
yeah,
where our parents had more control. There was a huge friend
yeah.
group still. It was just a different time.
Extended families were
Yes.
invited. Everyone gets a plus one. Like very
Yes.
different.
And I think that that played a huge role in it too, regardless of the year. There are me and Jordan play this game. I didn't know it was a game, but we talk about it all the time. And there are definitely things that I would have done different trends wise, but there are also things that I feel like even though I wouldn't do it today, doing it then was exactly the right thing for like our stage of
Yeah.
life in that moment. We had a giant wedding with party the day before, a party the day of, a party the day after. It was
Yep.
all about our guests and the people invited and just an ongoing bash.
Yep.
And I would totally do that again without hesitation. But if I did it today, if Jordan and I were getting married today, I wish that we took more time for each other. We did not, that
Yeah.
wedding was not about me and Jordan. There were things about it, but it was not about me and Jordan. There was no
Yeah.
cute letters we wrote to each other or first look pictures or things like that. And I wish that that was something we had. And also, I was in the era, and it makes me laugh because I'm seriously bird cages. Like I had a cathedral veil, but then I changed into the bird cage veil. I also had things are going on over there. I also had bird cages as like my card holder. I had a peacock theme because Pinterest wasn't a thing. So like there are
Right.
random trends that we did, and then the games like who's the cuter baby, who like
Uh-huh.
we had to do all the games, so there's things I'm like, I don't know if I would have done all that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. What
Yeah.
about you?
I think so. We had a pretty big wedding, and we both instantly we were like, oh, we would have cut the guest list in half. Like we did that for the families and that, like like your parents were still involved and who got to invite who. And
Yes.
I know everyone goes through different phases, but both of our families helped us out with the wedding, paying
Same.
for the wedding. So
So you're
like,
like, I'm
I
not going to
feel like
argue
they
that.
gotta, yeah, they got to say in what was going on. Um, are like things that I didn't super care about that I would do differently. Like even Ryan brought it up. He was like, I felt like you loved your dress, but like you weren't like that wasn't like you were obsessed with it. Like you were just like that was cool. And I was like, yeah, like I honestly would have been okay like getting a dress off Lulu's or like somewhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was just something I didn't super care about, like getting the like whole thing, but
Like that, I wanted the perfect dress and I loved my dress. I wanted to look like vintage Barbie, but I wish I would have gotten a reception dress opposite of you. I wish I would have changed into some like feathery, sparkly, hot number for the
yeah.
reception, but I didn't. So I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, I was just like, it was great. I looked great in it and I loved it. It was not what I thought I was going to get at all. And then, yeah, but I was in the like stage of like lace everything, like
Mm-hmm.
big, long, like more open backs were for during like my era of that. And, so there were like a lot of different things with that. But then, like, we were still in the phase where like all the bridesmaids wore all the same dresses. It wasn't like
Same.
now it's like everyone wears a different color. Just come with whatever color, like here's the color scheme, go to that. So that's very different now too.
Yes, I would have definitely. I was one of the first ones to do the long chiffon, like the not the
Yeah,
satin dress. I do. I'm very happy with that. But I would have let everybody pick out their own, and I would have loved.
style or
I wanted a rainbow wedding originally, but that wasn't cool back then. And now I'm like, I should have rainbow wedding it because everyone would be like, "This is amazing." You know what I mean?
yeah, right. You feel like you're like stuck in the confines of that, but there's still people out there doing the traditional stuff. I will say, like one of the things that was very big for ours was first looks, and me and Ryan did not do a first look. We didn't get married in a church either, but we both wanted that like traditional, like the first time he sees me is walking down the aisle.
So did I, and I'm very glad I did that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I wish we had more time alone, but
For the moment for us, I loved it. For logistics, it makes so much more sense
that's what,
because then we
yes,
waste. I do wish we didn't attend our cocktail hour, so that was like also
us
because
either.
if we were all at the same thing. So I do wish like I'm always like, yeah, like it's you you're paying for the cocktail or go enjoy it.
Also,
That's
I don't
fun.
know if you felt this way. Back in the day, like the photographers were different and we had like state of the art photography at the time, but we went to 77. I made my photographer go a million places to take pictures in all these different locations. I wasted so much time. We should have just went to one pretty venue or the venue itself, took pictures, and then went and had fun. Like how
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Well, and then it was like also a thing to have all the staged photos of like all the family, the bridesmaids, one on one, and like the whole list of it. And now it's completely different.
Because no one posts those pictures anywhere. You're not posting pictures. You post like your favorite picture of the two of you. And like when you have kids, and that's what we'll get into, I think, next
I
is
know.
like the difference between now we're both, so Katie and I both had anniversaries, we got married, but we're both in weddings here in
Yes.
September. And it's a fun thing to do, but it's also so different when you have kids because, and I'm thinking about like now that we have kids, our wedding pictures have been overtaken by photos of the
But yeah, those
kids.
suckers have dust on them.
Yeah, like I have one
No
wedding
one's looked
photo.
up those. I had to dig for the two that I posted for our anniversary. And yeah, they get lost now. And then, yeah, I think it's different now. So at the time, none of my bridesmaids were moms
I
when I
had
got married.
my sister-in-law was a mom, but she was like the only one that had kids at that time,
Yeah.
I
And
think. Yeah.
so it's like that also like when I was going through it, I didn't even think about this. And then like as I've gone on, I've been a pregnant bridesmaid. I've now had kids as a bridesmaid. I'm going to do it again. Like, so now I've like hit all the different realms of it. And let me tell you, if you are pregnant and you're a bridesmaid and you are powering through, like, good job. You
Yeah,
got
I
it.
know. I remember you doing it and a couple
It's
of my
hard.
friends doing it, like ready to pop. And we were like, is this baby going to come out? Like, what is going to happen? And one of my friends at her wedding I was in, her friend was 9 months pregnant and she had the baby like a day later. So it could
So
happen.
I had Jack like 2 weeks after Steph's wedding. I
Yeah.
was like dying at her wedding. I felt bad. But yeah, it's very difficult to be pregnant, especially if you're somebody that likes to indulge in beverages because you're around it. But my favorite story about me being pregnant as a bridesmaid is I went on a bachelorette trip and I was like, I wasn't that pregnant, but I was in the feel good pregnant. So I was like
Mhm.
cute because I had a bump and I could wear cute stuff. And then like, but I felt okay. Like I wasn't like dying. And I just went and ate. I got filet mignon. I got lobster. I was eating at every place. I'm like, if we're all splitting the bill and I have to, because I wasn't going to be the one to be like, I'm not drinking, like,
Yeah.
whatever. That I was like, I'm going to eat. Like, eat what I would have drank.
Eat your share. That's the best part about being pregnant.
It
Like you
was
just eat
great.
your share. And you don't have a
The best
hangover the
time.
next day. But like now it's
I'm
not
like,
even
who
about the
wants to get up and go
hangover.
for a walk? I
Yeah, you
know.
wanted to go do fun stuff. Now it's not even about the hangover. It's like we're planning all these things. I know both you and I have destination bachelorette parties that we're going to. And then Jordan and Ryan had destination bachelor parties. Jordan came off a 4-day
Yes.
bachelor party. I did crash my brother's bachelor party twice. I'm not going to lie. But that being said, whoa, things are happening.
I know. Is it really loud?
And we have kids. This is a From Dine to Mom podcast, of
I
course. It's fine. Our listeners understand. We're talking about kids. Yes, right? But they like trying to coordinate and organize and get things together and then drinking and then coming home the next day and having to recover. Like it's a totally different game. And I think it's so hard, even just planning for all these things, plus the wedding itself. We're trying to figure out who's taking care of the kids. Like, just like you,
right.
it's my family's wedding. So
Yeah.
everyone is in the wedding and both sides of our family are close and Jordan's family isn't here. So like we are relying on friends, Daisy's the flower girl, but Colton's not. Like, what do you do? How do you get ready? Who takes care of the children? Like what's appropriate, what's not? And then everybody else, like I'm a little jealous because everyone's like, oh, I fly in at this time. We're going to go on the boat. We're going to go to dinner. We're going to do all this stuff. And I want to do all the things, but I don't know how. Because now I'm paying for those things, plus paying for a babysitter, plus trying to coordinate. It's like a freaking marathon.
Yeah, I think it is the hardest part too, especially if the families are close. So like your in-laws are invited to the wedding, right? Like my parents are invited to this wedding, so they're going to be able to help with a portion of it, but like they're invited to the reception. So they can't babysit and like do that. And then your extended families also so it makes it hard to get sitters. But then like also when you think about the bachelorette stuff, like like having kids extends those trips by 2 days, like one on the front end and one on the back end of prep. So it's like a 5-day extravaganza. And like even the current one that I'm going to, like I'm not in charge of planning and that, but I remember like for Michelle's, Jack was like a newborn.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. And think about how, and you're the one coordinating all of it.
And it was like, you have those people that have the feelings like there's a girl that's in this group that has a 2-month-old right now and she's coming in a few weeks. So it's like those things you don't think about, like getting away and like being able to relax and like do that. It makes it hard.
They're not the same as they used to be. Like our bachelorette parties, there was no kids involved and you went for one night. Like I went to Boston with my girlfriend Shaylin, but only a couple of the girls went to that. My real bachelorette party, we got a limo, went to Mother's in Buffalo, danced with the drag queens, like had the best time of my life and went home. It was like a 1-day, 1-night thing. And I remember being the planner for all the other parties too. I love coordinating parties. And I think that's another thing with kids. It's not as easy to coordinate and be in control.
Yeah.
So like I am not for my type C personality when it comes to this stuff, I just want it all planned out. Like my girlfriend, she was just saying to me, she's like, you had custom itineraries made before like Canva. There was no Canva. There was no like Adobe.
You were putting them off Etsy or getting someone
to make them. And I remember having everything set up, everything organized, but I had no kids. And that was something that I could totally, right now I'm filling out paperwork for the first day of school in between every meeting I have. Like there's no way I'd be able to go that hard.
Yes. I think it's like the toughest pill for me to swallow too, because like, so for my sisters, I had to do it. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts. I let Michelle take the reins more for Steph's because I was like very pregnant.
Yes.
Versus having a newborn, like that was different. But yeah, for Michelle's, like I had the itineraries, we had decorations, we had theme nights, I had mood boards for each, like we went all out. And then like I want to do that for everyone that I'm involved in, especially like relative. And like being so type A, I'm like, it's so hard for me to not like inject myself and like take control. But I don't. Yes, like I just don't. Yes, because you're like, I want to do this, but like part of me is like, I just need to when they tell me to come, I need to come. I got to get my babysitting in order and like that. But at least the bachelorette parties are easy because you don't have to worry about babysitting because the husbands are around. But like, it's hard.
around, but the kids are in school for it. They have all these different
Yeah.
activities. He's got work. I have to lay out all the clothes, make sure every calendar is updated. Like it's just one of those things. And I keep telling myself, if I go and I come back and the kids are alive, fed, happy, and my husband's still alive, fed and happy, that's a win. Maybe they didn't make it to any extracurricular activity. Maybe Daisy's at the grocery store with a pad on her outfit again. Maybe she wore tights as pants. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're
She's
good.
fine.
She's fine. But
Well,
it's so much more effort. And then on top of that, back in the day, like mood boards, you're talking about it. The one I'm going to right now, she made an incredible itinerary mood board and I asked her to, because I was like, I don't know what to pack. I'm so stressed out. I have mom clothes. I have work clothes. Like, help me. And
I fit in. Yeah.
she gave us the perfect thing, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I have to get this, and I don't have it in my closet and I don't know what to do. So it's just one of those things where it's just there's so much more access. Instagram, all the social media posts, there's so many ideas and things you can do, which makes it really fun, but we did not have that back when we got married.
Right. Well, and I think that's also something that's changed now is like I used to have the time to go shop and like do all this stuff for the outfits and the what I'm wearing for each night. And now it's like I have 4 different themes for this party.
Same.
And like it's always the bride style, right? So it's not Katie's style is literally black and neutral. So like I don't fit into any.
As you wear a pink t-shirt, you say this but it's an Adidas
yes.
t-shirt. So I feel like it is still you.
So it's like I got to come up with like glitz and glam outfits. Like that's not in my wardrobe.
What do you want me to send you? What do you need?
I literally wish we lived closer because I would be able to just get in your closet right now and I'd be set. But it's like also like as I don't have like party clothes anymore, like club outfits or like out outfits. Like what happened to jeans and a going out top?
I love that that's where our minds both went to, like just going out
to college. Going out top in jeans, like that's what you wore. And now it's like I gotta have a 2-piece dress set that's like trendy but appropriate because I'm a mom. And like
yes, and that you want to wear again, like you want to be able to wear it again.
Yeah.
Like we have a tequila sunset theme and I had the perfect dress. And I'm not saying that I'm skinny, I'm saying that we both lost weight since having babies. So now even the stuff that I did have that I thought would work doesn't fit. And it's like, oh, that's a good problem. But also it's like I gotta find a tequila sunset 2-piece outfit that I'm gonna wear again. And it's gonna be cute. I'm gonna be happy. But it's just another layer of like things that you need to do. And then I feel like you've got all this stuff that you're trying to go. And I think that the big thing there is like you want to go all in, you want to be all in, but you have other people you have to think about. So it just complicates things. And then you feel bad for the bride because she's trying to coordinate between friends who have kids and don't have kids. And you don't want to be the one that's like, I can't do that because I have kids. Like, it's just one of those things where you know that guilt we always talk about, mom guilt, work guilt. Now I have bachelorette guilt.
It's the latest trend.
The new trend is like bridal party guilt. Like I want to do all the things, but I have to. Like
it's true though. Like you want to like go all out, and you're like, wait, I have a budget, and
drinking for 4 days straight, and then going back to my normal life.
Like drink for 1 day straight. Like that's the other thing. Like we talked about, like having multiple day hangovers from this. Like we're going from a Friday to Sunday, so it's like not.
We're doing
super
Thursday to Sunday, but Cabo, like. Dude, I'm going to have the best time ever, but it's also going to be exhausting.
But that's also really hard when you think about like extended out of the country or like those style ones that are really far. Like it's obviously a big trend to like go to Arizona or like, you know, wherever.
Yes.
So luckily mine's not that far, but those are really hard when you're a mom to travel that far because it is like a whole travel day, travel back, like.
And then the anxiety of like, if something happens to me, like, are my kid, like, will my kids be,
I know.
It's just a totally different mind game. And there is other people going on this bachelorette who have kids. I cannot wait to meet them. I think it's going to be so fun. And all of her friends have been wonderful to like hang, like that I've talked to her. So I'm very excited. It's just, I want to be like the life of the party, make her feel so good, all this stuff. And I'm
You
just
want to
struggling.
be focused
Yes.
on that.
So
Yes,
that's
and
going
it's
to be
hard. It's going
another
to be
thing.
other moms. I think the group I'm going with, I don't know them very well,
Yeah.
like at all, but it seems like it's like half and half, like half moms.
Yeah, so we're
So
gonna be
it's good.
fine. We can all bond on different things, and Mom's Gone Wild is
Right?
always a good place to be. I think we're gonna be
Always.
okay. But like, if anyone has good ideas with weddings, with the kids there, where you're in the wedding, send them our way because I haven't
Right?
done this part yet. I haven't been in this arena, but I do know that we're coming close to time, and I want to make sure we do some wedding hot takes. Like, I really want to play a little game of things that no filter, just call out things that you feel about weddings. We're going to get judged if we offend you. We're sorry, but I think these are always like fun things to say. Now that we're in this stage of life where it's like we've been through it a few times, like what are your things? What, like, that hot takes on weddings that you would normally not say, but we're going to say them today.
All right. Am I going first?
Yeah.
Or you do have one in mind?
Well, I do think cash bars are a scam. Like, if I'm going to go to a wedding, I want to
I'm
drink.
not coming.
Like,
I'm
I
not
need
coming if
alcohol.
it's a cash bar.
Give me the alcohol. If
Does
you
anyone do cash bars anymore? Like, I'm
Yes.
genuinely hurt. Like,
Yes. And I'm sorry if you
I'm
do
just
it.
not friends with them.
If you do it and it's because of budget, like, I totally respect you. I'm just saying, I want alcohol
At
at the
least get an
wedding.
hour. At
Yeah,
least
like
get an hour or two.
one good hour.
Yeah, something. I do think so I guess that my take, I didn't have a wedding cake.
I do think that wedding cakes are overrated. I loved mine. I was obsessed with it. It had diamonds at the bottom. But here's the deal. Just so everyone who went to my wedding knows, I paid a lot for that one cake, but then I had sheet cakes in the
Sheet
back
cakes.
that we served everybody. But my favorite desserts have been where they've had ice cream trucks, or my best friend had mini pies.
We did donuts.
Off the donut walls. Like, cakes are dumb.
That
Like,
I was
that's dumb.
in the midst of a donut wall. That was our wedding, was in the smack dab middle of that. But it turns out I love donuts, and both my children are obsessed with donuts too.
Yeah, I remember you announced your pregnancy with donuts. So I agree with that. I also think that I don't know how to say this. My hot take is a good band is better than a DJ, always. But a bad band, just get a DJ. Like,
so I will say, the weddings that have had live music have been amazing.
yes,
Like,
me too.
I'm picturing two of them in my mind right now. We were just like, something about live music. Me and Ryan can't handle it. We just drink uncontrollably. We absolutely love it. So like, they were awesome though. One was in Nashville. So like,
hello.
No, like, it was going to be amazing. And then the other one was down in Atlanta, and both of them were excellent. Like, those were the two that are coming to my mind right now.
My friends flew in a band from Boston, like all four of the people from Boston. And like you said, there's something about live music. It's not singing along
but
with
it changes the wedding. It changes the wedding.
It gets wild.
It's a wild party. The DJ is like, we're going to drink and we're going to do this, but people are still socializing, and like sitting at the tables and that. But like, a band is like, everyone's up there. It's a concert,
And I think it's great. So I do think bands are better than good bands are better than DJs. I also think favors are a waste. I'd rather have an experience, whether that's garbage plates at the end, a photo, like the 360 photo booth, tattoos, which I got at a wedding recently. That was like the greatest of all time. But experiences over things.
Yeah, I like that too. I've been to some where people have donated and put little cards. Yeah, I agree with that one. Now, because of the scenario we're going to be in, should kids be invited to the receptions or not? I've been to both.
Me too. I don't have a specific, I think it depends on the bride and groom and what their vibe is. This is one that I don't have a very specific opinion on, because now that I'm a mom though, like seeing the kids dance and have fun, if you're close to those kids, it makes it, even like, and you're dancing with them, it makes it fun. But maybe curfew, like, can we add a curfew in the mix?
Yeah.
Kids until X time, and then the kids go home, or you get a bait. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I agree. I think it's, if there's also, I've been to a wedding where the bride and groom have a child. So like, how can their kid not be invited? So that makes it family friendly instantly. For ours, we only had like, we were before anybody had kids. So like, even like close cousins, most of them are old, like were older than us. They're not our direct friends. So like, we weren't dealing with should they not. We let our ring bearer stay for a little bit, but like they got picked up at an appropriate time. As a mom attending a wedding, I do not want to bring my kids.
Yeah, I'm bringing mine to my brothers, for example, because Daisy's in the wedding, and I think it'll be fun. But we're having them picked up at 9 o'clock.
Yes. So the one we're going is not no kids at the reception.
Okay,
It's like an adults only reception
I
because
think
it's
that's
at a
fine.
bar and restaurant. So like, but I don't, because we're transferring locations too. I think that also matters because if you're staying at one spot, it's a little easier to like keep them there
Yes,
and
that's
do all
the
that. Like
well,
I
we
have
are
to
too.
travel in
That's why I'm
between.
stressed
Like
out.
we're in the wedding. We're gonna be on a party, but like I can't have the kids.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna have the kids. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we're gonna make it. Daisy's a party animal. It'll
You
be fine.
do.
It's gonna be fine.
You do.
And I'm trying to think of like anything else that I'm like that I have a very firm opinion on for weddings. I'm going to some that are like this, but where you tell people I do not think you should ever wear white to a wedding, but where you tell your guests they have to wear a certain color, that stresses me out. Or you can't wear a certain color, like the whole bridal party.
I've never been to one like that.
I'm going to my first one, and the color that you can't wear it is because the bride is wearing it, and it's black, but that makes it really hard because black is like kind of a go-to for weddings.
Yeah, that's hard.
And I'm not judging. I'm saying like I
It's
think
hard.
that's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
But I don't know. Weddings are hard. There's too many options now. There's too many things. I'm glad we got married when
Many
we did,
options.
but also want to do it again, kind of in a new way.
Yes. So share your best wedding hot take with us. And because we also need to know funny stories of being a mom at a wedding, because I'm sure there are people out there that have had their kids in tow or babies in tow.
Leaked
And
through
like,
a
how
satin
can you
bridesmaid dress.
imagine?
Oh,
I mean, I went 2 weeks postpartum to my best friend's wedding and I was in a full diaper for
like
her wedding.
Katie's partying in a diaper, just like her kid.
I made it till 8:30 at her wedding. Ryan
That's
didn't
impressive.
come, obviously, but so that was sad. But like, she's my best
Hot
friend.
take:
So how could I not be
diapers are
there?
underrated. Mom diapers are underrated. Wear them after babies. They make you
It
feel like
was
a queen.
fine. It was fine.
It's
Throw
great.
on some spandex and you're fine.
You're good. Diapers with Spanx. That's perfect.
Get a maternity dress and
Whatevs.
it's fine.
But I think it's time for us to clock out and clock back in.
We'll see you guys next time.